The new freeform design feature in AutoCAD introduces a new type of mesh that uses subdivision for achieving more flexibility when there's a need for smooth shapes. This feature is possible thanks to a close collaboration with the Maya team. Some other enhancements were also necessary, such as subobject filters and more functionality for direct manipulation of geometry with the gizmo. The user can work with different levels of smoothness and change them as appropriate. After smoothing the mesh, manipulation of the object is really easy with the new subobject filters, which allow the selection of different entities in the model. The gizmo can quickly change from move into rotate or scale, with options for relocation and alignment directly in Canvas via a right click. This approach to modeling out of a primitive is really close to a concept of sculpting, and the user can have many starting points apart from a mesh primitive. Tessellation of a solid and even of a closed polygon is possible, given unprecedented power within AutoCAD. We believe that an intuitive approach is necessary in order to drive 3D adoption within AutoCAD, where more users can understand the advantages of doing conceptual design and further development of the idea in 3D. What is more, a user that becomes proficient with modeling in AutoCAD may then need discipline-specific or more sophisticated tools. AutoCAD is great as a bridge into our vertical products. Familiarity is also key. Snaps and keyboard input of values are enabled, ensuring the necessary accuracy where appropriate. Snap overrides like mid between 2 points can be a smart alternative for a mirror tool. This ease of use added to the familiarity of the environment makes it really easy and fun to model inside AutoCAD. The user can keep manipulating the geometry, like in this rotation, where there is an instant feedback that will allow a better understanding of the whole design intent. If there's a need to select many sub-entities at the same time, the view cube can help by quickly moving into an appropriate parallel view for a window selection. It is really easy to create these shapes, and exploration of alternatives will not be an issue anymore. Any user can create as many options of this because modeling is in fact absolutely intuitive now. Conversion from mesh into solids or surfaces is a unique capability within AutoCAD that creates either smooth or faceted solids or surfaces out of any watertight mesh. The optimization stitches faces with G2 continuity so the user can have the least amount of NURBS patches in the solid. This is also fundamental when exporting into Revit, for example. Creating a section can help in a better understanding of the model and can also provide a starting point for documentation. So, when we see the part in context, as in this example, this motorcycle was modeled 100% inside AutoCAD using mesh and solids. Another section will show that the converted mesh can allow any of the solid operations, like, in this case, shell. Within a few hours, a proficient user can come up with a model like this, which would have taken an important amount of time before, or would have just been impossible to create in AutoCAD. For a better visualization of the model, let's save the file and import it into Showcase, and use an environment that will provide interesting reflections. The user can now start to change materials and navigate the scene in order to have a better understanding of the design, and also being able to communicate the idea in a more professional way. AutoCAD is definitely becoming a very powerful front end for 3D modeling, and it can expand its horizons and become a true bridge into verticals.